A very, very warm welcome. This is Sir Nabu Chaudhary, and you are live on my YouTube channel, Arunfoot. I am still in Kolkata and come to you live here from my hotel room over here. Hope everyone is doing fine. We will be hopefully having another session on Indian football and talking about it. A few minutes ago, not a little while, a few minutes ago, the game between Mohammedan Sporting and Kerala Blasters ended in a goalless draw. What am I talking about? It ended in Kerala Blasters scored a 2-1 win, scoring a 2-1 comeback victory. And of course, today is the day after the Kolkata Derby, which was played yesterday on Saturday evening here at the Salt Lake Stadium, just a few meters behind me, in which Mohammedan Supergiant won 2-0 against East Bengal, who've now lost 5 matches in the ISL and have overall lost 7 games so far. So that's the situation as it stands at the moment. So hopefully we can continue to have the conversations on these games and all that is happening around them. As always, like, share, and subscribe this video or the other videos, and also subscribe to Arunfoot. As I say here, 1,841 subscribers. So thank you, all of those of you who are following the channel, and to those of you who don't, maybe it's a chance. Sorry, just have to restart the computer. The old problem, don't know, seems to be my problem, I guess. Keep on supporting me and my work. Sorry, just need to restart that. So I'm just holding it in my hand. Sadly, I've not gotten the stand along with me, so therefore those are the things. Rushabh, hello from my side as well. Gear Rare, welcome back. Mohammed Mustaq says, biased refereeing. Yeah, was that a mistake? Was it a foul on Franca or not? And so, any comments on Raul KP things? And what do we want to talk about? We want to talk about Indian wingers and the failed potential. Sort of, we saw that on display as well here in Kolkata, in which the players didn't really play to the level that they have to play, and that to me is now become a general problem, I guess, in Indian football, that our players are not playing to the level that they really need to play, and that's something which I fear seems to be getting worse. Don't know, correct me guys if I'm wrong. And to me, it's a problem. It's an issue that we need to look at, sort out. I think that's one of the things that I would say is very important, that we need to sort out the way that our wingers play, because actually telling that to Ishfaq Ahmed yesterday, who was sitting next to me in the second half, I'm missing the wingers of a quality of a Rene Singh, of a Clifford Miranda, of even Ishfaq, Anthony Pereira. That seems to me to be one of the problems, that we at the moment don't seem to have the quality that we somewhat did have in the past. Let's be honest about that, guys. And therefore, those things are things that need to be looked at, and it needs to be sorted somehow. But it's not happening the way, I guess, that it needs to happen for us to be able to say, you know what, it is going in the right direction. So at the moment, it's a problem, in my opinion, and I say that, when I'm asked about it, that it is a problem, in my opinion, and therefore, that's something which is there. One second, I just need to add myself back into the system. That's something which is there, and it is not getting better. So therefore, things need to be worked on, and I hope things do get better, because that's something that I feel is overall a worrying sign, right? How the players are behaving, how the system is behaving, how the system is doing things. It's not really to the best interest of Indian football, I feel, at the moment, and that's a big worrying, concerning sign, in my opinion. Therefore, for me, this is something which is there, and which sort of needs to be looked at, and hopefully things are looked at and things do get better, because otherwise, it does get difficult, right? It does get a little difficult in regard to where do we want to take the Indian Super League, and how do we get better quality players? I think is that what I see, and it's worrying in my opinion. So just let me put the camera back on. Sorry. It's worrying in my opinion that we are where we are, and yeah, we need to be better. We need to be much better. So therefore, those are the things. Those are the realities of Indian football at this moment. How they are, and hopefully we can sort of improve. Yes, that's the way I want it. Um, yeah, that's something that there is, and we sort of need to look at those things on a regular on a regular basis, and try to improve. 1 second, let me just do one or two things, then I can see everything. And those of you who haven't, I've done a video on the derby. My take on things, how I saw things yesterday. If you haven't, do watch it. Do leave it a like. Do leave it a share, and do let me know also your opinions on things. The behavior of home fans is not acceptable, and both teams lose so many scoring chances. Again, rare. Yeah, fan passion, always a topic, I guess. How best behaved fans or not best behaved fans is, I guess, an issue. Yeah, it's not okay, and it yeah. It's not the right thing. It's not a good thing to do, but again, it does happen. Not only in Indian football, it happens in national football. I hope it doesn't happen in the future. So, but again, I know it will happen again. Sir, do you think East Bengal can make a comeback? Oh, Nishant, very difficult, in my opinion, in the season overall. Felt East Bengal were just not in it yesterday. The body language was very negative. There was no feeling in regard to, I can change things for the good, for the better, and that I felt was a bit of an issue, that in my opinion something felt missing, and therefore East Bengal just couldn't get into the game. And Oscar Bruzon has a very tough job on his hands. Right? Oscar will have to try and sort this team out, try to work with this team to try and get better results. But it's a tough one. It's a tough one, and let's see, where it goes. And yeah, it's something that we will have to see. Again, Oscar Buzon got a tough thing. And as I said at the start of the season, East Bengal's done some good buys. But the question is, can East Bengal make a team out of it? And at the moment, in my opinion, East Bengal is not a team. East Bengal is a gathering of numerous individuals, and these individuals are unable to get the best result for themselves and for their clubs at the moment. So, do you think there is massive difference between I League teams and ISL playing teams, Mank? Um, there are one or two teams maybe in the I League who can challenge the top, in the sense of playing in the ISL. That's Interkashi, and on the other side, most probably Deccan. The rest I find is difficult, and then the Gulf gets bigger and bigger. To weaker teams in the I League are quite a bit, yeah, off. I mean, therefore that's a reality. Can you bring Coach Brad for a podcast? Yes, Renal, I will. Again, I know you guys have been asking for certain people to come on board for a podcast. As you know, been traveling. So again, even irregular myself at the moment. Therefore, I'll have to see. Let's see when. Brad's Richard, I think, was another one mentioned. So I'll try and see what I can do in the coming weeks. Seems like Reliance doing good stuff for coach education. Yeah, they've done something through the Reliance Foundation and the basic stuff. Yeah, let's wait and see how that comes about. Sir, your opinion on Omar Mamouche. Nishant, doing very well for himself. Not only well for himself, well for his club. So therefore, I would say Mamouche, at Eintracht Frankfurt in the Bundesliga, one of the best players of the league at the moment. And who would have thought that a few years ago? Can they expand to southern parts like Bangalore and Kerala Reliance Youth Foundation Championship? Renal, not sure what the plans are for that. So that's a question that one would have to ask the Reliance Foundation, what their plans are with the running programs in certain parts of the country. Um Rahul KP deserve a serious one-match game at least. Very harsh. He's playing. If do something like this in FIFA window for national team, he will get a direct red card. Rare. I don't think he's even close to national team. Why do ISL players always go for the spectacular shot from outside the box rather than just circulating the ball and trying again? Um, I sometimes feel the problem is game sense. Sometimes the problem is something else. I'm not always sure what the problem in individual cases is. Um, you know, and and sometimes, yeah, sometimes it's just over eagerness to show something, and then they try to score goals. So, any comment on new PSC playing style? They won possession, won a bus park like Antonio philosophy. It's such a positive how they defend yesterday with 10 players on pitch. Um, yeah, they're being flexible. I think BFC has some very good players and they're utilizing it at the moment. And it will be interesting, interesting to see how far they can get with that style. And yeah, I don't know if this 10 players defending being being made something positive. The football, there's this unwritten rule that sometimes with 10 men, uh, uh, that sometimes with 10 players you are better than with 11, right? Or you play better because you're more focused than when you have 11. So sometimes it actually helps than rather not help. Mohammedan Sporting dig their own grave. Yeah, gaming. Yeah, again, the ISL is something different than playing in the I League, and I think that once again got exposed today. You know, so many hours for flight Germany to India. From Germany to India, it's about 7.5 hours from Frankfurt to Delhi, and on the way back, it's about 9. Ronaldo, watched your conference. Really admire you for telling the truth with no filter. Massive respect for you. You've been on this journey for Indian football, and we are learning a lot from you. Thank you, Showcast. Showcast, for me, my advantage is I come in and I go out. I say the truth as I see it. I don't speak what people want to hear from me. I speak what I think is right. And in this moment I feel that we are where we are, and again those are just some excerpts. Someone luckily recorded that, and therefore I was able to put it out. But otherwise, yeah, it's very difficult to not speak about these things, because these are the realities of sports in India, right? This is not just football, but there are positives, as I've mentioned, what you see in that video regarding BFC and how they have done certain things right. But again, the reality is also that BFC has done certain things wrong over the last few years as well, and now seem to have learned their lessons. So therefore, there are these positives and negatives, but I will not change. I will try and speak my mind as always and be as clear as I am. Do you think Kerala should focus on holistic development like infra, coaching, games, refereeing? It's all interconnected. Yeah, but who's going to do it, Renan? My question to you would be, who would be the driving force to enforce these things, right? Kerala has now gone for the juggler with the Super League Kerala. I don't know, but from what I hear from people, it seems to not have worked. There might not even be a season two. So, and there were huge plans, there were big plans. Do the basics right. Again, holistic development sounds nice, but to me, do the right things the right way. Otherwise, you're not going to get anywhere. So in Germany, handball and basketball are also big sports. How they manage to get funding for all these sports, like football does, huh? Sponsorship, gate receipts, merchandise, television rights, all the same things that football does, but on a smaller scale. How do you think about India U17 Asian qualifiers? Can we qualify? What's your take? That's a tough one. That is to me a very very tough one, where I think it's going to be a real challenge for these boys to get into the Asian Cup. I think. Speaking, I had a long chat with Ishfaq yesterday in the second half. Told me a few things. So therefore, um, to me, challenge is to see how this team does. But again, the preparations haven't been those of earlier generations, in the sense of that they didn't get the exposure that other teams have gotten in the last few years, or last decade, I would rather say. Um, yeah, so therefore, I would love them to qualify, but it's a huge task and will not be easy. So therefore, yeah. So therefore, let's see. You know, um, it's yeah, it's gonna be tough. To me, going to Chonburi, and then facing Brunei, Turkmenistan, and host Thailand. Well, let's hope for the best, but I'm not sure. And I wished all the best to Ishfaq yesterday when we were speaking, but it's not going to be an easy task for him. Any prediction is going to win the premiers of IS. Too early, too early to say at the moment. Um, but I guess the usual suspects will come back. You're seeing Mohan Bagan is already crawling back to the top. Mumbai City yesterday also got their first win, so let's see. Kerala started age and youth leagues from 2 to 7, U12 to U17. Do you think they should focus more on youth rather than the Super League? Um, yeah, but Renal, where's the glory in a youth league? No, that's the whole problem of grassroots and youth football. It's an investment into the future. People want results immediately, and you don't get that in a youth league. That's a fact. That's a fact that I or you or no one else will change. Hi, Blue. So your derby experience, Blue. I've seen so many derbies. Yesterday, I was a little muted, I would say. No, it was nice at the beginning. It was quite intense. Respect to these Bengal fans after what So for me, wasn't anything extraordinary because I was not impressed by the football by both teams. I mean, that was not. East Bengal, I can understand they're in a very difficult situation, but also Mohun Bagan, very wasteful, and I didn't like the football, honestly. If you watch it live on television, it's different than when you watch it live, because I was watching it tactically all overall. I was talking to a lot of people, what's happening, this and that, everything. Again, I was happy that I got the chance to watch it, no doubt about it, but I wasn't impressed. I've seen much better matches from these two teams. Today, Mormon fans were hyperactive. Aditya, not the first, not the last time that Mohammedan Sporting fans have been active or hyperactive, as you say. They had a few instances last season, so are they saying, yeah, Mohammedan Sporting fans? So therefore, yeah. Blue says today, Mohammedan Sporting fans threw bottles and stones to ref officials and away fans. What should be punishment that happened in Germany? They'll get a financial fine, nothing more, nothing less. That would have been the fine in Germany. In these kind of situations, you don't do anything else. It does happen. It shouldn't happen. It does happen around the world. Again, and in certain countries, you don't even find these things. These happen again, and it's an emotion. They were unhappy with the referee. Was it a penalty against Franca? As the commentator said it very well. Also thought it wasn't enough, in my opinion. Sorry, just a quick sip of water. Quite warm and humid for my standards, at least here in Kolkata. I just let the bottle down. Thanks. Do you think AFC may break up with the ASEAN nations demanding their own confederation? I don't think so, Zorawar. I think it's more of a PR and a fan thing. You know, and what's the use? What's really the use? I don't see a value in that. What's your opinion? FIFA Club World Cup is going to replace UCL, or is going to be a platform where big teams will play their U23 or B team in that? It's not. It's a new competition. It's a different level. It will never replace the UCL. I think the UEFA Champions League is the strongest continental club competition. Yeah, you know, um, and and they will not play their under 23s or BT. Mike, I'm good. I hope you are doing well as well. How's your time in India right now? Where are you, Gurugram? How is the place? No, Murali, I'm in Kolkata. Watched the derby yesterday, and um, yeah, 4 days. So I'm heading home tomorrow. So yeah, four four interesting days. A lot of conversations. Yeah, let's see. Are you Bengali? Yes, Surabar. My roots are Bengali. You say that Kerala Super League is not that successful. Do you even follow KSL? The organizers already confirmed that second season would be much more bigger. I don't faking care is your name. So my friend, first of all, it's Super League Kerala. So it's SLK. So please, if you wanna teach me a lesson, I can do that as well with you. Know the name of the league first, and yeah, of course they will say that the league will come back stronger. But if you speak to people in the business, I don't care what the social media chatter is. Social media chatter for me is nice to have, but if you talk to people in the business, everyone knows what the situation is. Certain people have come, certain people have gone, and it's not a success as they will try and sell it to you. So therefore, if you believe that, that's that's on you. But on me, what I've heard, as I say, that's the reality of things. How are your thoughts about Mohammedan Sporting performance till now? Blue, they in glimpses have shown talent, um, but yeah, they have to realize that the 90 minutes of ISL is different than playing in the I League, and I think that's a big challenge for Mohammedan Sporting at the moment, because I think yeah, this is something which they are learning, uh, you know, which is they are learning the hard way, right? Conceding against Goa and other teams, so therefore, even today, right, leading 1-0, um, and one had that feeling, Story went all in with for the Blasters, and it paid off for him. So therefore, it's not easy for Mohammedan Sporting, I would say, at the moment. So what's wrong happening with our East Bengal team? Why the team is not clicking with last year's top assist, top scorer, and team to East Bengal? Shumulo, they've bought names. They've not brought a team together. The coach was a problem. The coach is now gone. The people running the club, do they really understand what they're doing? It's not only East Bengal thing, it's the Mohun Bagan thing as well. It's just Mohun Bagan has players of a class who can make a difference, and that's those are the realities, right? So therefore, for me, East Bengal is at the moment not a team. It's a group of very very highly talented individuals, but at the moment they're not a team. They're nowhere near where they need to be, and the whole thing around them, and the whole Anwar Ali story, it's just unprofessional. And the ISL has moved on from those days where you can, outmuscle others, and that has proven yourself. Jamie scored in front of a 33 crore defender. Was it a wonderful finish or a poor marking? Guardiola, the so-called 33 crore defender, um, created that opportunity for the opponents. And yeah, I'm not going to say what I said to certain officials of East Bengal of how much value this player is, because again, any player getting that much of money in an Indian context, none of the players deserve that. Sorry to say that. And all of them proved that. It was not the best of football. Let's be honest. Um, I am in a hotel. Just hopefully that is not. No, I didn't come for the derby. I was in India, and that's why I hopped over to Kolkata, and was an opportunity to watch the derby, meet a few people as well. So that's the reason. Both Mohnbah and Ismail need a director of football. Yes, Rava. Any memories you have while returned to India? Oh, well, of course, one has memories, but yeah, I'd rather keep them to myself than speak about them publicly. Do you ever felt Indian football sending wrong message for upcoming youngsters? Yeah, surely. I think the youngsters want to see successful India, successful Indian football, and that's not there at the moment, right? That's the one of the challenges to make Indian football more successful, and it's not going to get easier, And but yeah, let's see where we can go with all of this, with the hope. I think hope is the biggest thing that we have in Indian football. If we don't have anything left, but we have at least hope that things will change for the better. But yeah, it's a challenge. Sir, can you sit a little bit left so that your face sometimes out of the frame? Okay, let me try and do that. If this is better, blue. Look at the tendencies of some of the Super League matches. They have even more tendencies than top ISL clubs. I am not. Have you looked at the finances? Right. So anyway, if you know the realities, you would not speak the way we do, and therefore, please, if you believe it, please do. Let's see what happens if it happens. Your thoughts on MSC fans' behavior, throwing objects on players and KBC fans, shameful strict action needed. Anybody could have got badly injured. I don't know. Happens, has happened, will happen. Not that I think they will get a fine. They've done it last season in the I League as well. I think they had to play one match without home fans, or was it one? Was it two? Yeah, let's see. Great sub from Store by bringing Pepra and going for four attackers and going for all in defense. Yeah, it again and against a team like Mohammedan Sporting, you can do that, Adi. I think other teams, that will not work because even at the last chance, Ramsanga, if he puts it in, we're going to talk differently about it. But for today, it worked for Michael Store, and so let's see. So what's the next step of Kerala football? Brennan, that's not for me to decide or to speak about. I think that's a question that you need to ask the officials of Kerala football because they are running Kerala football and they need to take a call on what they can and want to do. So therefore, that would be my piece of advice to you. Why did you not watch Mohammedan Sporting with Kerala Blasters today? Manolo had a prior engagement, needed to meet someone that was on the other side of town, and I'm leaving very, very early tomorrow morning back for Europe, and therefore, and then you saw that there was trouble on in the ground, so that's those some of the reasons. Blue says, better welcome. Do you see any chance of diaspora players playing for India within the next 10 years? Zoravar, I have given up on predicting when players of Indian origin will represent the national team. To be very honest, I would love to see them rather yesterday than tomorrow. I've tried my bit, but yeah, difficult to see when and how this will happen. It most probably will happen at some stage. The question is when and how. Did you get shocked after watching European football division suddenly watch ISL East football match? It's not a question of watching East Bengal or watching Mohun Bagan because again I watch ISL matches on a regular basis on television, right? Sorry, on a stream. To me, if you ask me, the thing is, we see certain things on the screens, and then you see things a little differently when you see a match live. At least for me, it is. I observe a lot of things, and I was, especially in the second half, was talking a lot with Ishfaq, was Ahmed was sitting next to me about certain things, and ideas matched, and you were seeing it different, the same in the same way, and that is a disturbing thing to see a lot of things the way they are at the moment, and certainly there are quality foreigners and both ends. I mean, especially if you see the movements of Jamie McLaren, you see what Greg Stewart is trying to do. Those two are really, really good. David got totally exposed. I think against Alberto and Tom Alred. I think he sorry, but a CFL striker suddenly play ISL. Anyone who's thinking of playing him in international football, just watch this game, and then that proves you to point that this boy, sadly to say, is not ready for international football. It just proves my point. So therefore, um, yeah, these are realities, and to see the realities, sadly, that I see on television and see it live, I think morally that's the most hurtful thing. There's this hope that things are better, things are more organized, things are more structured, but they aren't, right? And again, the match day again. Thank you to East Bengal FC for providing the ticket access. All of that is good. And getting into the stadium again. There were more people. Again, that was one of the things. The VIP area was too full. Everyone wanted to sit outside. Too many people in there. But yeah, it's okay. The fans atmosphere at the start was great, but then So therefore, it's okay. It's okay. It's maybe I'm used to this, and I'm not expecting too much when I go and watch Indian football. Punjab says players like KL, Rahul, no, it's Rahul KP, have been injuring so many players. I don't know AIFF whether they are complicit. He has already taken out Machan and now Achai. They're not complicit. I think to say that Rahul KP, yeah, maybe someone needs to have a serious conversation with him on how to do this. Maybe his own coach needs to do that. Do you find Chennai is in danger in this tournament? They have potential, Murali. Let's see how far it can go. Mohammedan lost its momentum. Akash, I feel they're good for 45, 60 minutes, and then they are unable to kill off a game, score like a second, and then kill off a game. And then they seem to concede at some stage. And this has now happened X number of times, and they are finding out the hard way on how difficult this league is for a team which is coming out of the I League. Do you think Mohan looks good because we are facing weak opponents, or Molina finds his first 11? Um, on one side, I think Molina has found his system and his sort of first 11, but I'm not sure if Apuya and Anirudh Thapa as your defensive block will be able to create to sustain pressure against better teams. You saw towards the end also when Diamantakos came on, that Diamantakos was causing problems to Alberto and to Tom Eldred, which, let's be honest, David couldn't do. I mean, that's just sort of a physicality issue. And on the other side, I would think they faced two of the weakest teams in the league in Mohammedan Sporting and East Bengal at the moment. East Bengal, very, very poor. I think I've not seen not seen that poor in East Bengal in a live football game. This was really bad. The major issue Indian football faces is state FA. I don't know about other FA, but in Tamil Nadu football, constant fight between the association. There has no tournament. It is one of the issues. State affairs is one of the issues facing Indian football morally. Have you told Ishfaq how ridiculous his mindset of preferring player with height over technique is? Zoravar, actually, we had a longer conversation about it, and I think I can clarify unofficially, informally here on this channel what. Yeah, um, so what Ishfaq was trying to get across, and read the whole interview in Hindustan Times. To me, what he was trying to get across is, yes, of course, I will look at technicality. I will look at technical awareness and other things. But if I don't have the technical qualities in players, I will try and look at height and trying to uh, um, at height to cover up and yeah, and in that way I would say I would agree with him, because what he was trying to get across is we have at the moment a deficiency of quality players in regard to players coming through with technical abilities, and that's evident in the under 17s, it's evident in the under 20s, it's evident in the senior national team. We have issue with good technical players, and if you're going to decide that, especially and I think this height issue for him was talk about especially defenders and goalkeepers, then I say, yeah, then most probably he's on the right track in trying to find the players, because if physicality is an aspect of football, at least if we're better on the physical aspect side of things, then we can maybe challenge something, and that's something very, very difficult. But yeah, let's wait and see. Yeah. Yeah, I did tell him Guardiola. Kiana Siri got 9 minutes of guilt after Chennai FC Mendas. He did play a little bit, but yeah, not a good transfer so far for him. You said MLS one of the best league in the world. Where do you think Canada missed the opportunity to become like MLS? Murali, Canada is part of the MLS. The top Canadian teams in Vancouver Whitecaps, in Montreal CF, and in Toronto FC are all part. Is your biggest dream to see Indian World Cup? Oh, yeah. If you ask me, yeah, if from an Indian football perspective, certainly that would be the big dream, the hope. I don't know if it's dream still. So if you talk to Disha, then you should told him to focus on technical rather than rubbish talk, tall players talk. Manolo, that's not what he said, and that's the problem. Someone has taken his comment out of context, as I just explained, and yeah, um, we have a problem with the technicality and the players coming through, and if you're technically not good, you have to find something, and then it's most probably height. Do you think European football has more viewership in India than ISL? Because on social media, I see more Indian Euro fans and engagement than ISL Indian football fans. Akash, I what I know, if the numbers are right, then the ISL has a bigger following than the European leagues. I don't know what the current ones are, but I think it was 2 years ago the stats were like that. Because yeah, again, who's on social media, right? The kids in the towns, in the cities, in the metros, and therefore that's where the numbers come from in regard to social media. Did you talk to Oscar Bozon yesterday? No, I didn't speak to Oscar Bozon yesterday. Guardiola. I remember your blog post used to be the only source of information in football back in the day. I went through the old posts in the forum and so many references. Thanks, reporter Faker Gupta. Yeah, those were the days, right? Many years back, that was the reality. There weren't so many channels. You know, so for me, yeah, those one can become nostalgic if you think about those days. You know what all was covered, what all was done. Yeah, it was a great time. And yeah, things weren't as organized, as structured as they are today, but yeah, somehow I feel the football was better those days. I don't know, I might be wrong. Maybe I'm getting old, but that was my feeling. Did you meet any Mohan Bagan official in conversation about the incompetency? Blue, no, I didn't talk to any Mohan Bagan official. And if I would do that, I don't think that is something that I would put into their face like that, because that's not the fine way to do it. Did you watch KBC was Mohammedan Sporting? Vibin was stopped today. Is he ready for a national team call up? Manolo, yes, I did watch the game. Vibin played very well. But again, Vibin's problem to me remains that he plays in a position where we have a number of players, right? We still have Apuya, we have Suresh, we have Jackson, despite not playing at the moment. We have Putea, who's not getting a chance. So therefore, that's a tricky one in my opinion. And knowing Manolo now a little bit, I don't see him being the guy to change too many things at the moment. I think he will, as he's done now for a while. I think he'll try and stick to his team and and stick to certain players. I don't see him making too many changes. Sir, if ISL gets paid matches, do you think people will subscribe? Mayank, if I look at I think I'm not sure if the football fans would be willing to pay for it. Because if I see, as an example, um, that people complain about paying 25 rupees for watching a game, national team, right? I don't know. And I said that in the conference thing is like, where are the fans going to commit to putting money where their mouth is? That is like, yeah, let's see. Drop Jackson, give Ribbon a chance. Manolo, I don't think that will happen. Before World Cup qualifying, before FIFA World Cup, Indian national team should do well in AFC. Otherwise, even if we manage to summer qualify World Cup, it will be just embarrassing. Akash, I think we're quite a bit away, but I agree to your point. We should be regularly qualifying, not only for the Asian Cup. I think we regularly need to get to the knockout stages of Asian Cup. I think that needs to be our next aim. Not only qualify for the Asian Cup, but getting into that final 16. I think that needs to be our next aim. I think Mohammedan Sporting and East Bengal midfield were poor. That's why Thapa and Apuya worked, but they can't face Noguera, Capo Diaz, etc. Yeah, yeah, do. That's what I said earlier, right? Stronger opponents, better organized opponents will do. Manol excuses with scheduling started. Is he right? No, I don't think so. You have to live with the scheduling, right? Manol has to live with the scheduling. And I think if he continues to talk the way he's talking, and if he yeah, if he loses his games, who knows? Maybe Goa might be forced into that. Do you think we had gone for quantity rather than quality, like we had to take both quality and quantity? Yeah, we've gone for quantity, but again, the quantity is pathetic. I'd rather have five good players than rather having 10,000 rubbish players, and that's the reality at the moment, I feel. Is there any technically good players coming like at U15 or 13 in your conversation with Shwag? Did you say anything regarding it? Uh, he can't say anything about under 13, under 15 because that's not his focus groups. He can speak about the under 17s, and he's tried to pick the best possible team. So that's the thing. Your thoughts on AIFF reducing budget for youth leagues and exposure in I League, but not reducing budget for Sun Trophy National Football Championship? Um, Manolo, there are two realities in my opinion. Um, on one side, they are struggling in finances. Look, we still don't know when the I League, you know, you know. Uh, um, the problem is at the moment is budgets, right? And Santosh Trophy and National Football Championship, yes, they didn't reduce budgets, but in the other side, they're getting a lot of that funded through state associations or through states. So therefore, that's the thing. I League supposed to start yesterday. That was the official date. Now it's sometime next month. And now someone told me, who knows, maybe in Jan. There's no clarity of where and how this whole thing is being organized. And that's, in my opinion, a huge concern at the moment with the I League, in my opinion. Very big concern. When does the I League kick off? How will it be held? Nobody seems to know. That's, I think, a big problem at the moment. Good evening, Rachit. I am still in India. I'm in Kolkata today, and then tomorrow I will head back from Kolkata via Delhi to Germany. I think people will be happy to pay 400-500 for the whole season rather than paying 25 for every single match. Yeah, but Akash, 400, just think 500 rupees. Let's say five. Let's take 500. Uh, uh, and then count the number of games. So you're paying something like between 2 or 3 rupees per game. Again, if I've got a crore people watching, then I can do that. But not a crore is watching. So, so that's the reality. Is your health okay? It doesn't seem good. Oh, it's brilliant, Manu. I'm very good. I just have been eating too much of food in the last 4 days. Be it in Delhi, be it in Kolkata. Too much of quality food and enjoy myself. Besides all the work, last night Peter Cat, today Beijing. Those of you who know who Kolkata. So therefore, yeah, didn't have my kati rolls. That's the only miss. But otherwise, I'm happy and good to be back in India. But again, tomorrow head back to base in Germany. Sir, aim should be to qualify for AFC Asian Cup in all age groups. 100%, Mayank, but we haven't. Um, our problem is that we haven't qualified for. Okay, 2006 we hosted the under 20s, but we've since 2006 we haven't been part of the under 20s, and the under 23s when it was restarted, we've never qualified for that tournament. So these are realities. And on the other side, under 17s has done well, but now question is, can we qualify for a fifth consecutive U17 AFC Asian Cup? That's going to be the question. And for the first team, I don't know. Shifted to ISL after watching Man City play, and all of a sudden I understood why people who watch European football generally don't support Indian clubs. Rachit is right, but I also tell you, if you're going to watch Premier League live in a stadium, uh, Um, I'm not too impressed. The and I've seen City live, Tottenham, Arsenal. Again, I'm spoiled. I would always tell people I prefer German football and come and watch German football. If you watch German football, it's just not the quality of football, but it's also the atmosphere is much much better. We're not going to be successful with ISL players. The first sign of progress will be to have few players in decent European leagues. Unless that happens, I don't see India doing well. Reporter Faker Gupta, no one's going anywhere. The players are so overpaid now; they're not going to go anywhere. So um, yeah. So therefore, for me, I don't see any players going abroad. And even if they go abroad, are they that special that they're going to be that difference maker? Where's that difference maker coming from? Is it true that Goa allowed Manolo to coach national team and Goa simultaneously because Goa also wanted to get rid of Manolo, but he had a 2-year contract? I've heard that rumor, Manolo, but I can't confirm you to that. It seems to be that they wanted to actually get rid of him this summer, and it didn't work. So yeah. McLaren is quite impressive. He seems different from Cummings, less involved in build up, more involved in deep box work. Aka goal. Yeah, I mean, you don't score that many goals if you're not good. And McLaren is proving that. And let's see. Looks impressive in my opinion. What do you think about what Manolo said about Mumbai City FC? Was that just a reflection of not being able to beat Kratky every time? Rachid, I have to be honest. What did he say? Could you just update me? I've actually yesterday, just watched the Mumbai City match on my phone and then went to the stadium. So therefore, I don't know what Manolo said. Then that's AIFF problem that they have failed to get funds from the government. Manolo, they're not getting funds from nowhere. That's the real problem. Choosing to watch Kolkata Derby instead of West Coast Derby is a rare, and I saw you doing. No, Rachit, I think with all due respect to the West Coast Derby, I had some work here in Kolkata and it just fitted in, and therefore I am here in Kolkata. Lucky to watch the game. Again, today I would have loved to watch Mohammedan versus Blasters, but again, I did have a meeting and that had its priority, so work is more important, sadly. Do you think intensity of derby between East Bengal and Mohun Bagan has lost today compared to older days because of past we have nearly 1 lakh crowd? I think the crowd is not a factor in my opinion. The stadium was a different one. It was, I think if the stadium was bigger, more people would most probably come. Has it intensity? I think football has changed, and then therefore the derbies have changed, football has changed, priorities have changed. It's a different comparison. I think over the ages, yeah, is different. It seems like you have enjoyed Indian food very much, an overdose of it. Nah, maybe a little too much, but yeah, working. Should we blame only FF for I-League delay or negligence of FSDL2? Kalyan is quite important, but I don't know about role of FSDL in I-League. Akash, they have no role in I-League. I-League is a baby of the AIFF. FSDL has nothing to do with it. It's a whole, uh, uh, you know, um, you know, uh, so therefore for me, FSDL has no, I mean, Akash, FSDL has no role to really play in these kind of conversations or discussions. Will India qualify for 2027? That's the right year. Asian Cup. Also, why did we forfeit hosting rights to Saudi? Was the barter for Santosh Trophy? R&R. First of all, it wasn't a barter. Santosh Trophy going to Saudi was a plan, an idea which had nothing to do with that. And why did we forfeit the hosting rights? Supposedly, we didn't want to host any big tournaments anymore. So, yeah, that's the reality. Can they qualify? I hope so. But let's see what kind of group comes out. Leave Goa before Goa leaves you. Goa will themselves sack me, so I leave. Okay. So how to book tickets to watch Real Madrid play live? Go on to their website. There's, I think, a ticket. There will be a ticketing link on how to book tickets. Go to realmadrid.com. There you will find all infos. Well, I watch Premier League too, but I don't like it. Premier League is UFC version of football. I prefer Serie A over all other open leagues. Again, that's personal preferences sometimes. And to me, to me, yeah, uh, I said Bundesliga all the way. In future, I'm planning to go watch live. All the best, Mark. I really hope you get there and are able to watch. What to expect Indian from what not to expect from Indian football. Because fans right now unrealistic expectations. Yeah, Murali, that's the problem. There's expectations from fans at club level, uh, you know, at national team level. That's it. Sack will help you snatch some money. Steam out strategy, huh? Rachit. Shushmit says Joy Bagan, congratulations. Sushmit on the win yesterday. How was today's match? TikTok. I think the Blasters just proved that the ISL, um, that the ISL is a different ball game, a different, you know, challenge than the I League. And following a team isn't only about the quality of the game. Even Conference and League Two teams get decent turnovers. Even then, non-league has fans watching. Yeah, right. Reporter Faker Gupta. I am lucky for, or you're lucky for Monvagan, Sushmit. Yeah, maybe. Do you agree that Kolkata clubs only care about derbies? I don't even know if they care about derbies. I think they care about themselves. Manolo said a City football group should not waste time to watch. What a joke. Okay. A City football group team winning a match like this is strange. These kinds of situations didn't happen with the former coach does back and they played football when they win or lose. Okay, very interesting. Saudi must have promised some help to AIFF in return for our withdrawal. I don't mind to help Saudi. They even hosted something short for us. See, and this is Akash again, lack of knowledge of half truths. Santosh Trophy had nothing to do with that bid. It was an idea from someone in the AIFF. They did it. What kind of help did we get? I haven't seen any help from the Saudis for us. So when ISIS started, they announced that India will play World Cup in next 10 years. Who said that, Mag? It is the long-term aim, I remember. Yeah. So yeah. Um, Hi Kumar. Sanjay says Mohan Basu won the match, but East Bengal FC won the critics analysis. Yeah, Toure, your thought on him, what player he was, complete all-round package. I don't know if he was the all-round package, but he was a great player of his time, Murali. Indian football supporters should have a realistic dream. FIFA World Cup is far away. First, we should be in Asian Cup regularly and play well there. Yeah, Akash, that's the point. You think Manolo will survive at Goa? I don't think so. Uh, it looks for me. It looks difficult. For me, it looks very seriously difficult that Manolo will survive the season at Goa. And if it continues like that, and the national team also doesn't improve, let's see what happens next summer. Right? Sorry, guys. Hot and humid here in Kolkata. Um, yes. What's your view, Mano? Statement? Was that a reflection of taking you too much seats, new excuse king in the house, baby, or just frustration getting bullied by Kratky team again and again? Um, I think a combination of some of these issues. I said last season already that I felt, especially with the Victor Rodriguez injury here in Kolkata, despite winning that game against Mohun Bagan, that Manolo is falling into that trap, and now even more. Um, um, so therefore, for me, it's he's not, he's not getting the result that he wants, that he needs, both from national team and from club. Sir, if Goa sack Manolo, then AF has to pay him salary from that day, right? Manolo, I don't know what the contract is. And again, with Indian contracts these days, I'm very, very careful. As I said, in the first year, he's supposed to get no money, and then get a salary from the federation from the second year. So let's wait and see. Maybe some oil sponsorship will be in ISIL from Saudi or Aramco in future. Just hoping. Yeah, but why would that be linked to 2027 AFC Asian Cup? Akash, again, you're building a narrative where there is no factual truth. I just said, I've told you, I've told others as well. Don't just speculate and try to create links where there are no links. We pulled out. Ask those individuals why we pulled out. Did we get something for it? Sadly, no. And that also speaks about the officials, as you say. If we pull out and at least get something, you know, let's see. Just a reminder that Mono's financial for this season is very less because he's working for Goa too. It's zero. So Rashid, what is less? I saw yesterday's Goa versus Mumbai. It looked like Manolo is clueless. Termination on the way. Yeah, let's see. Let's see what happens. Sack me so I can focus on national team. The question to me is if he's actually if that would work. That would be my question with the coach and the current scenario is, will it work? You know. Um, yeah, these are realities, and one has to. I don't know. I don't know where Manolo's journey at the moment is going. It's to me it's very complex, complicated. I would say the least. And he has to find a way to sort his stuff. So yeah, let's wait and see. One of the Mumbai City FC was struggling to play with the ball for a long time. Yesterday, I don't think so. I think there was a certain strategy behind it. They got their 2 goals. The ground again. I saw also yesterday in Kolkata. The ground wasn't in a good condition, so ground seemed to be. Uh, uh, let's see. Let's see what happens. Do you think just changing the top brass of AFF wouldn't make any difference, as some of the state affairs are incompetent? Uh, Renal, the question is, um, if the AFF changes happen, right, or any change happens at the AFF, what kind of an impact does it, have on the state associations and on the system? That there are people who are, um, not capable or competent, whatever you want to call it, but there are also good people in the system. So again, it's yeah, changes in the AFF good, great, but the point here is at the end of the day, who's going to come in leadership is an important thing. You can change the people today, tomorrow, and then hope things will get better. But again, hope is the last thing we have. Everything else gone down the drain in the last few years. Chobe said VR is coming, institutional league is coming, U20 team in I League Federation Cup coming, nothing happened, only PR. Chobe has failed. Yeah, I don't know. That seems to be the situation at the moment. Mangi, new manager for AFC Goa rest of the season. If Manolo gets sacked, Mayak, difficult to say. Um, you know, um, uh, we'll have to see what happens. Again, today we're talking about it. He wins 2 matches, and suddenly the whole, um, you know, the whole scenario changes. Let's see what Manolo does. Do AFF generate any revenue? De facto, at the moment, no. They live off mainly the money from FSDL. They get grants from FIFA, from the AFC. There is still some small money coming in from the government, a little income here and there, and then let's see. Imagine a SAC coach for an Indian club is working as head coach of national team, that too with a contract that has no termination clause. Proper Kalyan ball. That's it. West Coast Derby looked more like a derby compared to Kolkata Derby. East Bengal are so finished. Okay. Their back line is staying near their goalkeeper. Midfield is taking the ball, given the ball to wingers. Yeah, so what's the problem? Isn't that right? They've been given a task. I saw an Instagram reel of some African Sunday League game. Even they are using some kind of makeshift VR. Akash, I have been told that that is not true. That this is a meme, and I'm not sure. So could be, but again, a makeshift VR, a formal professional league. If they are wanting to implement VR, they need to use a system which is cleared by VR. It's like, what kind of goal line technology was the IFA supposed to use in the CFL? Was it ever used? Don't think so. Like, how do you stay positive about Indian footy with all these problems? Respect your grind, sir. Renal, I try and make my differences, positive differences to Indian football. Right? Um, the hope is always there that things will improve, but hey, these are realities. This is Indian football, and Indian football is not an easy one. And yeah, the fight continues. Right, over an hour already in this Sunday evening live from Kolkata. It's 7:22 in Germany, and it is yeah 10:52 p.m. here in India. And if you haven't, but you like what you're seeing, do leave a like behind for this video. Share it with other people. Sorry. 20 people have already liked it. Thank you very much. Current subscriber count stands at 1,841. So we're slowly closing in on the 2,000. So thank you for that. And those of you who are or haven't watched the videos on the channel, do watch it. Did a small thing today here in regard to the derby. Did something on my excerpts from the CII scorecard conference, to watch that as well. And of course, Thomas Tuchel being appointed as England manager. So a few things that you can watch, and yeah, maybe look also at some of the older videos. Some of the stuff actually is very, very current with critical stuff, OCI and other things that are there. Did you meet Indian food and football? No, I didn't, Manolo. This East Bengal team has yet to open the tally in ISL points. They will respect our country next few days. It will represent our country. Yeah, that's it. They've lost 7 in a row. Kalyan Chaube PR is on another level. Says Kumar. Why are Mohanbagan to please sign it about the elimination from ACL too? Because they what will they say? That's it. They've embarrassed the nation. Period. Sorry, you didn't go. You didn't play. There is nothing to defend. Impact of Indian food is clearly in your face. Okay, nice. Thank you, Rachit. There were multiple rumors of Bachchan having stake in agents in his election process. How much truth to that? He doesn't have any stake in any agencies. And then I think AIFF can just hire professional management corporation for their stuff properly. They will manage much better than AIFF. Akash can't do that. The AIFF has to run its own affairs. They have a sports management agency in the sense of Reliance giving them 50 crores and then try and do something. This kind of behavior is not expected towards traveling fans. This is complete disgrace. Arnav, has happened in the past, happened today, will happen in the future. They will get a fine. Worst case, they will have to play one match without fans. These are realities, sadly, of football. Your thoughts on Ivory Coast team that do not live up to expectation? The Ivory Coast has done well for themselves, but yeah, with the talent they have, maybe they should do better. Or now they forget about Asian Cup 2027 unless we qualify to that, then we can think about the South Asian Cup. Okay. Do you expect them to go to Iran in that situation? Yes, Rachit. Other teams went. Other teams played. An Indian match commissioner went. Did anything happen to those teams? Nothing. Nada. So, yes. If the AFC doesn't cancel a competition, you yourself decide to say, I'm not going, doesn't work. If we get the Philippines or Tajikistan put to our game is over, come on, let's wait and see. You're making videos for years now, but your channel hasn't grown like other Indian football YouTubers. Isn't because you don't say things which the people want to hear, which are untrue or misleading. Rushabh, I say what is factually right and factually true. Am I always right? Most probably not. But I say what I think is right, and therefore I've done that. I will do that, and be it at a conference, be it on this channel, be it elsewhere, I'm not going to say what fans want to hear and try and grow. Again, I love more people to come and join in the conversations. But yeah, if people don't want to hear his then it makes no sense. These are realities. They have let the country down for sure, but maybe better communication would have helped. Rachit, there was no communication. Everything that's being said now by so many people, right, left, right, and center, are clear-cut lies. Sorry, I can't call it anything else, and it's an embarrassment. Sadly, it's an embarrassment. Moral Sporting fans were demanding penalty. Was there any penalty? There was the situation with Franca. Uh, for me, difficult to say, but again, I felt like what because yeah, there was contact, but Franca went down too easily. But yeah, even the coach said post match that he thought it was a penalty, but it wasn't given. Baichung aligned himself with the wrong party. Yeah, maybe Akash. Do we enjoy the food like sweet Indian food? Is Indian food limited in Germany? It's not limited in Germany. Yeah, well, can be sweet, can be and something different, you know. Okay, let's keep a minute silence tomorrow on management. Your channel didn't grow in terms of number of subscribers because you don't do drama. Yeah, I speak the facts and truths. On our, we have a YouTube link of conference you attended. No, Kumar, I have no link to that, or nothing has been sent to me so far. Maybe there might be something tomorrow, and if I get it, I will surely post it. Is required to be part of a political party in order to be elected as president of AIFF? No, Rishabh, not. But what I have learned now over the years is to have a certain political connection or affiliation does help you in sports. That's a reality, if I like it or not. Either you are an influential businessman who has the capabilities of influencing things in such a way that things can go your way, or you are in a situation where where you are where you're able to get things done. And I guess that's the huge challenge, I think, that you have, as if you're someone who comes in and tries to run the federation, and under the given realities, I think it's very, very difficult at the moment. And therefore, yeah, let's wait and see where and how things happen. Toral is Bhokal. Okay. So the elections are going to be held again. Rishabh, I'm not sure. There is no elections again. Elections will happen at some stage. The question now is, again, there is this perception or understanding that the current AFF leadership are just a transitional one, with the new constitution supposedly coming, because that was the part of the conversation that the AFF had with FIFA, but nothing has happened. So therefore, yeah, elections will happen, or otherwise this cycle will end. Let's see. Hello, sir. Do you think Mumbai is missing Greg and Noguera? I don't. Let's wait and see. I'm liking a more attacking your Fanif, to be very honest, because I liked. I said it last year when he came in. Impressive guy. Um so therefore, for me, you know, uh, um, so no, again. Interesting question. Which team has the best set of foreigners in terms of foreign biases? Isn't just one pick. Rachit, too early to make that pick at the moment. Most probably, I not have to say most probably, top of the table BSC. Another, can I say something briefly about what you talked about in that conference, Kumar? It's in total, I guess I spoke about 15 minutes. So that there can't be a brief. There's the video. I don't know if you've watched it. where I think I speak about 3-4 minutes or 5 minutes. I don't even know. We spoke about football, general Olympics, impact of Olympics, and I took examples on Germany, on how player development, other things happen. Yeah, that's what I spoke about. Young players who performed well in Durand Cup, like Mohammedan Sporting and Udishfc, or showed signs are getting zero game time and not even called for practice. Should they move to I League or stay? Shreyam, the old question, match time or no, Durand Cup is pre-season, right? So that's the first understanding which we need to have. That it's pre-season. Uh, but on the other side, these players need to fight it out in training, and if they're not even being called up to training, that means that the coaches don't rate them that highly. So that's the challenge I feel that is there, and therefore for me is they should most probably drop down to the I League. But do they want to do that? Do they want less money? I don't see that. Karesh sure is an upgrade. Let's see, Toral can even match the aura of Greg. Karelis, yes, I agree. I think Toral, if match fit, if really on form, I think is even better than Greg. But again, I don't think he's been really fit. Fanif is the best central midfielder in the league as of now. Agree, Rashid. He was it last season as well, in my opinion. Vanif or Jahu? It's for me, Yol Fanif, if you ask me, Blue. Certain time exposing mistake can lead to destroy the ego of the people. Do you feel that? You felt that? Did you felt that? I don't care about the egos, honestly. For me, it's about one thing, and at the moment, yeah, it's it's then that person's problem. Blue thinks BFC has the best set of foreigners. As I said, we're talking now. We might be talking differently in a few weeks. Do you think we should try for Jiteshwar in winter window, who is just warming the bench in Chennai FC? Rachit, let's wait and see. It's still October. Um, I think who teams will target will be a conversation around Christmas or post Christmas. Too early to speak. I think Blasters to have got some quality foreigners. Yeah, Rashid, they have. If we ignore the quality of foreign players and coaches, I don't think there's much difference between ISL and I League players in terms of quality. I think there is a little bit of a quality difference, and I think David at East Bengal yesterday was, I think, very, very, very much exposed. Will Mohammedan try to get Sana in winter? Oh, Bala, sorry. LGFC sell him. Not sure. Not sure. As I said, I'm not sure at the moment if any team is ready to sort of release a player, or think about it. But at the moment, I would say, um, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. You felt general in India sports is in the wrong person hand or administration about your personal countries? At the moment, it looks like it. This is why game time is so important. Look at David Shambolic. He should first prove in I League, otherwise, absolute waste. Yeah, Honor, totally agree. I totally agree on that. I think he's yesterday was again. Is he even an I League player? He's a CFL level player, and again the others who came on proved that as well. Don't you think having Cummings is waste? Blue, I would have anyway with Cummings, with McLaren, with Petratos, with Stewart. One of the four wouldn't be needed, and I would get someone in as a yeah as a defensive midfielder. That would have been my strategy. Sorry. Do you remember Lana Unfit time when he and Goa player involved in fight take to police station? Your thoughts? Morali, embarrassment. He didn't fight with Goa players. He actually he didn't, but the owners of the then owners fought with him. Yet the current U17 crop will be kept together until they reach U20. How will it work? A player can grow massively over the years or just decline in just few years. I don't think that they're doing that, Rushabh. I don't. I sometimes I feel, where are you guys getting some of your info from? Please, please, please be a little bit more careful. That's why I don't like the idea of arrows. Rushabh, the ideas of arrows is actually good in my opinion, because from 16 to 21 is your key development phase, and our boys are losing out on that. You know, and to me, that exposure with only Indian players playing, young Indian players playing against settled teams is something of value to the players. You know, if I look at Apuya, Prosukan, you know, and therefore, you know, so therefore, um, yeah, you know, I don't know. Let's wait and see where this whole thing goes. Again, at the moment, there will be no arrows, so let's see what the future holds. Your views on Nathan Rodriguez, Rachit, a talented player, but has to be better. Captaincy pressure affecting Changte gameplay? Don't think so. I think overall Changte is not there where he wants, where he needs to be. He's trying hard, but let's hope he does better in the coming days. We have options. Munila can rotate. He can rotate, but he doesn't have the quality. In defensive midfield, he doesn't have the quality. Mohun Bagan, to me, is um, that the composition, the team composition is not good. If you are going to rate Mohun Bagan after the matches, uh, um, Mohammedan Sporting and East Bengal are no tests at the moment, to be honest. Are you in Kolkata currently? Yes, I am. Did you see the derby? Yes or no? If those of you who watched my earlier video would have seen that, yes, I was at the derby yesterday, and yes, I did watch it, and yeah, posted also the one other photo on Instagram. So do visit my social medias, and those of you who haven't, like, share, and subscribe here. And as always, thank you for your support. Playmaker made video on this again. Yeah, not impressed by Molina still so late changes. Yeah, I agree. Any update on November window? Nothing at the moment. We're playing Malaysia. I think it's a financial issue. Maybe the AIFF might only play one match. Do you think if we continue our Indian House project, we would have been strong or COVID destroyed? Theoretical question, Murali. Difficult to answer. We will get national level underage tournament ever. We have national level underage tournaments, under 13, under 15, under 18. I think McLaren positioning, finishing combination play with Greg and other players and make him best in ISL, but Cummings did not do combination plays, only finishing and positioning. Okay, Sachin. Do you think in football player career injury plays vital role because player not same level in case of Ronaldinho was never same? It can be, it doesn't have to be. The problem is not that you don't have option, the real problem is you have Molina. Okay, Rachit. Wilson Kumar is good goalkeeper. Sachin, he's got talent. If you look at it in the end, he saved the 2-1 win for his team. Um, but on the other side, he committed the foul for the penalty. He's very young. Give him time. But again, if Sachin is fit, I don't know if he's going to play. But it's interesting that he was picked ahead of Nora Fernandez as the number 2 goalkeeper at the Blasters. U20 in place of Arrows project. Blue, that was the plan. But it's not going to happen. The AFF suddenly realized that they can't get the players released again. It's the whole. It's a nice idea if you, but again, you need a potent commercial partner who's going to put in money, effort. You're going to have to sign the players from the respective clubs on loan. Yeah, AFF didn't do their homework in this matter. How is the Youth I League working? Is it doing better? Rishabh, it's there, but is it doing better? I have my doubts at the moment. It's become, yeah, more of a tournament than a league. Good night, Banjob. I'll be back on Tuesday, regular time. Once tomorrow again, as I said, I'm flying. What do you think about Valpuya? Man deserved to be called up in November. Rachit, difficult one. Um, it's not a question what I think or what you think. To me, uh, uh, so to me, yeah, to me, he's a potential candidate with Amay Ranawade. But again, is the coach going to drop Ashish Rai? I'm not sure. পিসি এর verdict কবে আসবে? কালকের পর তো বাজাজ ও সাইলেন্ট মোডে চলে গেছে। I have no clue, Palash. This thing has been pushed. There are a lot of rumors going around in Kolkata, which I've heard over the last 2 days. Some are really funny. Uh, uh, you know, um, to me is I don't know. I mean, Anwar was one of the reasons the club lost. Let's be honest about it, and he didn't play. Didn't impress me. Sorry, not even worth. Yeah. Again, I shouldn't be saying what he's worth. Shout out to Mehta for yesterday game. Bro was doing some real business against a B team. Yeah, really did well, Rajat. Which is best site or app to see match detail? Boss Sachin. I check on One Football. That's good enough for me. I don't know. Yeah. Dalima, how do you rate her? I found she has a little bit better technique. Yeah, agree. Last question. Anwar kiske hai? East Bengal at the moment, Rachit. Heard Bajaj again went to court. Yeah, let him do it. Again, he's finishing himself and the career of that player. You know, that's the only thing that he seems to be achieving with whatever things that are being done, which is I have to say very sad. It's very sad to see those things that are going on. 1 hour and 21 plus minutes, 81 minutes, so to say. To all of you, um, like, share, and subscribe. Our regular near daily Indian football discussions again today, back again at short notice. Luckily, I was back and could do it. And also, yeah, 23 likes, 1,842 subscribers. So let's keep on growing the community, and let's see. Someone previous question about crackers. About crackers? I didn't see about crackers. What was your posted again? Good night, Palash. Ranjit Bajaj claimed they were in record players when we lost to Qatar, and truth not. Of course not. Rushabh, if there was any truth in that, wouldn't the AFC have acted? Wouldn't other nations have said something? Can these people make allegations against XYZ and it's believed? I think we should start a boycott of these people. Just not, let's not talk about them. Let's not give them airtime, airspace. Ignore. Best, in my opinion. Again, might be wrong, but that's my opinion on the matter. Oh, so any more you want to throw at me, guys? Otherwise, I'll slowly go to sleep because I have to wake up very early tomorrow morning. Uh, yeah, so therefore, that's it. I'm staying in a hotel which is very close to the stadium. I guess those who know Kolkata will know. Rishabh, damn, these people get so much footage. You see much about a month after getting sacked. Yeah, that's another problem. Do you find infrastructure deficiency football ground? What about infrastructure? No, I didn't find deficiencies. I said the grounds are bad, right? So that's all. Infrastructure is there. I think we need to work on the coaching. About Bagan yesterday, do you think the team has started settling? Orithro, they were the better team, no doubt about it. But they played against a very weak opponent. They played against most probably the weakest team, and they played against two weak teams, Mohammedan Sporting and East Bengal, amongst the weakest in this league at the moment. I think those are not barometers for Mohun Bagan's capabilities, because I think other teams will create quite a bit of problems to them. And let's wait and see. I'm not still not convinced about Mohun Bagan this year. Hi Vashwar, yes, I'm doing fine. I was thinking about you take on Mohammedan Sporting phase 2 when they took the lead, but they conceded later. Let's see what they do. Bashwar, ISL is different to I League. And this was just proved again today. Mohammedan is not able to keep that up for 90 minutes so far. And a little about Jim McLaren. What do you think? Does he have it to be successful in India? Or throw McLaren is a proven goal scorer, right? And he is showing what he can do and his quality. And yeah, he showed his class yesterday. Could have scored maybe the one of the more, but couldn't. And I think we'll see more goals from Jay McLaren in the weeks to come. So yeah, good quality player. So let's wait and see. But Monbagan have some really attacking talents in there. How to identify difference between real news of versus fake and rumors news? Again, if you um, you know, to me, mm, I think if it's so outrageous, and also see who's writing it, right? There are a lot of people who just trusted sources. Simple. Yes, right. They were playing well, attractive playing style, but at the end, wins and points matter. Bashwar, that's the problem. That is the problem. Wins matter more than anything else at the end of the day. You said AFC is not biased. Where's the difference between you and fans? Lies, perspective, or real working experience? Working experience, Murali, because I've worked with them. I've worked with them. I know the people. Um, and I'm not speculating. As I said today, we've had one or two people speculating on things or thinking that they know. And if they don't know, just don't say anything. Simple as that. How get in the you Hardik Rang and enjoy it. So blue atmosphere was okay, but I've seen better atmosphere in that stadium. And secondly, East Bengal is no match to Mohun Bagan, and that is becoming a problem. They were not a match yesterday. Huge respect, huge respect to these Bengal fans who tried to, or not only tried, they did create some atmosphere, but they were no match to Mohun Bagan. So therefore, it's just sad. It's sad reality of things. I've been following Indian football since 2013. Can't believe we haven't made any real progress. Only thing happening is our leagues are running a bit professionally. Yeah, Rishabh. The ISL, yes. The I League, no. Right? That's part of the problem. So therefore, let's wait and see um, where this journey goes. But it's a tricky one for Indian football. So hope it goes in the right direction. But at the moment, um, through the conversations in the last few days, a lot of questions, a lot of question marks. So let's wait and see what happens. Isn't fireworks banned? Yes, they are. But again, people bring in flares and other things around the world blue. So that's that. Right. Nearly 90 minutes of talking, guys. I slowly need to go to sleep here in Kolkata. Thank you once again for joining me here on this Sunday night on this Indian football discussion here on Arun Foot. If you haven't, do leave a like, leave a share so more people watch and join. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Aaron Foot, those of you who might be watching later and maybe have liked what you heard and saw. And I'll be back. Not tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm flying back from Kolkata via Delhi to Germany, heading home to Remscheid, and I'll be back on Tuesday night. And therefore, yeah, see you then on Tuesday. All the best. Good night, everybody.